Some people are really fucking stupid. Some people are really fucking stupid.
Hey, hey. What's up? You know, it's funny, Rock Gem, that you say that because someone said that to me a couple of days ago. Hey, Gina. I'll tell you in a minute. Someone said that to me a few days ago. They were like, "You're slowly coming back." I'm like, "Slowly." They're like, "People are starting to realize things." I'm like, "Yeah, it's taken a while, but it's happening. But it's been like 7 months and it hasn't happened that quickly." She's like, "It will." But I have a birthday to celebrate, which I didn't know until right before I went live. Today is 9 years that I started my channel. 9 fucking years ago. And I only have 20,000 subs. Well, I wasn't here steadily for 9 years, but I took off for a few. But yeah, 9 years ago, I started my channel today. Woohoo! Happy birthday, channel. But I will say I grew more than most in drama community and the old drama community. So that's a good thing. Actually, I think I grew more than anybody. Besides, like, people that were there before me. But even people that were there before me, I went into the drama community with 5,000 subs, and now I'm at 21. So I'd say I did pretty good overall, comparably. Hey, Angela, I heard you are fighting in Sinners. You got to tell me what happened. I need the dirt. But as much as I don't care for Sinner, I got to tell you, Sinner gets the line of the day. So let me say hi to everyone, then I'll say, and then I'll tell you what it is. But it's fucking hysterical. So it's up Sweet Misery with her 19 months. Rock Jim, Gina in the house. Sly Angel in the house. Sweet Misery. Trish. And anyone else that's lurking, make sure you smash that like button like a redheaded stepchild. So fucking Sinner got the line of the day. I swear to God. He went off on Wispy, which I'm going to play some of it because I know he's cool and wouldn't strike. But he went off on Wispy. It was fucking great. And I had just turned him on at that point. I was like, woohoo, go Sinner. But he was talking to somebody. I don't even know what triggered it because I was only listening for like 10, 15 minutes. But all of a sudden he goes, something about B-Tim. He's like, let me tell you something about B-Tim. B-Tim knows more about the Chinese real estate than he does about a woman's body.
I always try to tell them, but they do it every time. I tell them it's a problem, but they acting like it's fine. I'm begging them to stop, but they leave me with a like.
Thank you so much to Texan. Did you win the lotto? I didn't expect that. Much, much appreciated. Very much appreciated. So thank you. So my music kind of cut that off. But he says, B-Tim knows more about the Chinese real estate than he does about a woman's body. I was cooking dinner and literally fucking busted. I was laughing so hard. Not only because it's so true, but it was just the way he said it. It just flowed out super easy. It was funny as hell. So shout out to Sinner for the best comment of the night. But it's true, though. I mean, it's such a real comment because he does. And I'm sure he doesn't know a woman's body. But it was just the way he said it. It was fucking classic. I literally, like, was cooking and just started laughing. The dogs were looking at me. It was just a great comment. Best comment of the night goes to Sinner. Angela, were you there at that point? It was so funny. So Angela, were you the one fighting with Brittany? Because I know Sinner was like, you two stop, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just curious if that was you. You want a link so you can tell me? Because I'm curious. Because I'm a nosy bitch. Sage said that to me. She's like, Mom, why do you have to know everything? Because I'm a nosy bitch. I want to know things. All right. Sweet. Hold on. Do you have, do I have to set up StreamYards or do you have Zoom? Oh, you know what? I don't even have Zoom set up. What the fuck am I talking about? Hold on. Let me get StreamYards. Yeah, I wasn't sure who it was either, but I thought it was Angela. All right, hold on, Angela. Let me do StreamYards. Hey, Rach. Bloop. All right. Here's your linky link. Come tell me. Because I got a lot to say about Brittany right now. And Granny and all of them. Hey, Party of One. Because I just can't believe the bullshit. These people act like they're so fucking weak. Like Brittany's never fought with anybody. She's such a victim. Bitch, stop. Don't even get me started on that one. Pandora's being canceled? Who's that? Oh, Angela. Oh, you can't come up? I just set this up for you. Goober? I didn't see her say she couldn't come up. Why can't you come up, woman? Like I said, I'm a nosy bitch. I want to know everything. All right. So I said yes to it was us arguing. I'm just here to listen. I know, but I want to know why you guys were arguing. Come on, fill me in. Now I'm hurt. You don't want to fill me in. Boo hoo. All right, so look. As I said last time, Brittany and Granny's Watching have been fighting since the beginning of fucking time. And they just fight and fight and fight and fight. Hold on. I'm being messaged. Do do do. Oh. Ooh, I just got yelled at. My mind yelled at me. Um. All right. So, for those of you that are curious, hey, Blonde Gypsy, hey, Criminal Man, for those of you that are curious, that don't know, I'm going to read the community post that I should have seen. I know, right, Sly? So, here's what's going on. This is from Angela's own words. I'm not releasing any kind of secret, information or anything. She wrote, grab some coffee. You're going to need it. Edited. Each time I'm disrespected, I'll add more to the post. I have tried to steer Brittany out of a very bad situation. As many people before me have said, she will just ghost you. You have to be 100% agreeable with everything or she has no use for you. That's fair warning for those sticking their necks out for her at the moment. I've known her going on 4 years. It doesn't matter. I know she didn't get to speak to an attorney until after the injunction was filed. I know this because I was on her ass to call and she stayed waiting for a call back. I want to clear my conscience before the inevitable happens. I also want to clear up what started a lot of this shit. The injunction was not supposed to be read out. Brittany's mod, Kristen, leaked it to Molly's Discord when it was first uploaded on the court website. It was no fault of Molly's, but it did start a domino effect of bullshit. It also started a lot of side-eyeing and a bunch of NDAs that included mods. She apologized to Nick and Brittany and was kept around for some odd reason. I knew these people were trouble from the beginning. There were red flags out the yin-yang, but I believe there was someone pushing her along the entire way. Yvette, for instance, was up 3 days gathering clips and speaking to Nick and missed a doctor's appointment, but I look like the asshole telling her not to miss the doctor's appointment. It was also Nick putting all of this together. I'll leave it at that unless I need to defend myself. For all those of you saying her true friends would warn her, well, I've tried. She's very aware of everything but pretends this is going well. I will say it's extremely bizarre to watch. I'm stepping off the train before it crashes into a brick wall. I've alerted the conductor it's up ahead, but the other passengers keep telling him to go on chugging. Toot toot, motherfuckers, I'm out. I like that analogy. My volume is very low. All right, hold on. It shouldn't be. It's showing that it's high. So, all right, I have so much to say. So much to say. I love that analogy at the end. I thought that was great. Let's get a couple of things clear, though, because I don't think that I just don't think that people are truly getting the situation. This whole, as I said from day one, this entire fucking injunction is laughable. It's a joke. Hey, Sammy, it's a complete fucking joke. How anybody is taking this injunction seriously, it hasn't even passed the courts. Nick is a felon. Betty is a joke. I don't know who else is involved. Dog the Bounty Hunter really has nothing to do with it. This is all Nick. And Nick is a felon. He's a fraud. This whole thing is a fraud. I don't know why people aren't understanding that. So that's the part I have to say about the injunction. But I think what you might be missing, Angela, and this is just an educated guess, but I'm pretty smart, so I'm pretty sure I'm right. Granny's Watching got involved because she lives in Pennsylvania. Not because she was doing anything, not because of any other reason, because she lives in Pennsylvania. And she happens to live in the exact same fucking place where I think Nick is. It's very easy to name her. Well, Nick only knows Granny's Watching from the Daniel Calavante stuff because Granny went there. She didn't know anybody. You know, she knew JLR's name. She met Nick. So she was on their radar. Oh, she's new, or they thought she was new. You know, she doesn't really have any subs. She's trying to kiss ass to JLR, which she may or may not been. I don't know. Yes, Barbecue Lady is in Pennsylvania too. But it's deeper than just being in Pennsylvania. That's why I'm saying, hear me out. So the fact that she was on Nick's radar due to the Daniel Calavante, in my opinion, he looked at it as, oh, she's easy fucking target because not only is she in my state, but I know her and how she was trying to butter up to JLR and I during the Daniel Calavante stuff. Now, I don't know anything about Barbecue Lady. So, plus, a fraud will look at Granny's Watching and see how she was kissing ass to Queen Bee when Queen Bee, you know, destroyed her. And it's not hard to see. It's not that hard to get over on Granny's Watching if you're a fraud, like if that's the type of person you are. So I can see easily why she was targeted. So now this injunction comes up. The problem is he doesn't have anything against Granny's Watching. Granny's Watching never did anything to fucking Nick or JLR, any of them. There's no reason for them to name her. She doesn't mess with them at that time, you know, with the injunction was filed. So he had to find somebody, who doesn't like Granny's Watching? Who's fighting with Granny's Watching? Well, all you have to do is watch a couple of times and you know that Granny's obsessed with Britney. So what does Nick do? Nick reaches out to Britney and gets a hold of Britney. Hey, Britney, you want to file something against a girl that can't shut the fuck up about you? Sure, let's do it. Now, again, I don't speak to Nick. I don't speak to Betty. I don't speak to anybody over there. I don't speak to Britney. I don't speak to Granny. None of them. And I'm telling you that I am fucking on point about this entire thing. At the same time, Britney, people may like her. This is not saying anything against her. But she's a bit of an airhead. And I think she's also very easily, what's the word? I don't want to say taken advantage of, but a good fraudster can look at her and know how to play her very, very easily. So she jumped on this high horse of, hey, oh, you're going to go after Granny for me? Oh, how wonderful. Not knowing how the law works, not knowing how any of this shit works. So she jumped on it thinking that she's all high and mighty and that this is so great. And here we go. You know, Granny's going to finally shut the fuck up about me. Well, that backfired because then Granny's channel took off because she started hanging out with Queen Bee and blah, blah, blah. But both of them together, for someone like Nick, who's a fraudster, and I mean, this is what he does for a living. He's a pro con artist. Not pro, but he's a professional con artist. He knows what people to go for. He knows what people to play. He knows what people to, what their weak points are. I mean, that's it. This is such a, like, so easy to figure out, even when you're not friends with any of them and you don't talk to any of them. But it really was pretty simple. But I do think that people miss the fact that of how this really came to pass is because Nick didn't have anything on Granny. He just knew that she lived in the same state, but he had to find someone who had beef with her. And who better than an airhead like Brittany J? Sorry, but it's true. Anyone who... I don't want to say because you guys will get mad at me. So I'm not going to say it. I'll keep my mouth shut on what I was going to say next. However, actually, I can't fuck it. I'm going to say it anyway. I'm already down so many subs. Who gives a fuck? But anybody, I don't care who you are, anybody that uses Jesus on this platform has been a fucking scammer. Plain and simple. Not a motherfucker on this platform, in this community, not all over YouTube, but in this community that praises Jesus and, oh, this and that, has either been a blatant fucking liar and a drug addict, or they're a scammer. So for those, and I'm talking creators, not subs. So, I mean, it's like all of a sudden if Queen Bee started saying, God bless you. Bless you guys. I'm a changed person. It would be laughable. Just absolutely laughable. So I see it with certain creators that have passed through this community, been in this community. The more they preach God and how Jesus this and Jesus that, the bigger scammer they are, or they're a fucking blatant lying drug addict. And that, show me where I'm wrong. Hey, cats. And again, I'm not saying for everybody. I'm just saying in this particular community. It is ridiculous. And that's not saying you can't believe in God. That's not saying not to believe in God. But it's just, you don't mix religion and you can, I mean, Plundered Up mixes religion and true crime. It's why I don't watch her. But you know what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about Brittany J. I'm talking about fucking all of them. There's a lot of them. Hey, D. There's absolutely a lot of creators that have come through this community that fucking, preach. I'm such a Molly. They all do it. And they're all fucking liars and scammers and frauds. Hey, Zoots. I'm just leaving some giggles and running away. Don't run away. But it's true. And I'm not saying that because, I'm Jewish. I'm saying it because it's factual. You believe all you want. Stop intertwining it in true crime. Or I'm going to start preaching the Torah. And then what? Speaking of being Jewish, let me just say this. Granny's watching. Are you only a Jew when you want to be a Jew? Like, be honest. I heard, I know Criminal Man. I'm going to get to her after. I heard that Granny was having a hard time with the lyrics because she's Jewish. Granny, sit the fuck down. You just said you're only half Jewish, with the whole nose comment that you were making the same thing or whatever. And stop being ridiculous. like, I'm an atheist, and I'm damn proud to be an atheist, agnostic, whatever you want to call me. I don't believe in organized religion. I don't believe in God. So whatever you want to call me, we'll call Laura's religion. Because I'm obviously not politically correct in a bunch of other things that I say. But I'm always Jewish, always, no matter what. No matter how much I want to preach. I say this to Sage and Dayton. Because I'm Jewish, no matter what, they have Jewish blood in them. Whether they like it or not, they can preach the Bible, they can be Christian, all they want. At the end of the day, I am a Jewish mother, and they are Jews in the eyes of God, their own God, according to them. So, with that said, hey, Joy, you never hear me say anything differently. You won't hear me say that I'm, Christian or anything, but you'll never hear me say anything differently. And my thoughts are my thoughts, and nobody's going to change them. And they are who they are. By the way, before I forget, totally off subject, sarcastic one. You went into Discord, but then you left in like 5 seconds. And I didn't even get a chance to roll you in. You guys got to stay in the Discord till I see you, and then I could roll you into the other rooms. But until I have time to roll you into the other rooms, by the time I realize you're there, you end up leaving. That happened like 5 people. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did everyone go? So I just want to point that out since I saw her. But Marie, it's just me. True text, and I was just going to say that. It's just me. If I was ever going to be anything, it would just be like, Jews for Jesus, like no matter what, I'm a Jew, period. Nothing's ever going to change that. So, yeah, you're in there, Trish. So if your color is green, you're in there. If your color is green in there, I mean. So, yeah, I rolled you in. It is a big fat joke. But seriously, you know what I'm saying. So I hear people that, oh my God, I'm so offended. I asked 7 fucking Jewish people. Not one person was offended. Not one. So all of this fake outrage, I will say that this is what it reminded me of. It really reminded me of when blacks say that whites, can't possibly talk about what's politically correct because they have no idea because they're white, not black. Or you hear whites talk about like slavery and stuff that we really don't have a right to talk about in a political aspect. And that's what it reminded me of, because I'm listening to a bunch of KKK losers and a bunch of fucking white trash morons saying that they're so offended by a comment that was written by a fucking psychologist. They're not Jewish. And then they fall onto, well, Granny's watching's Jewish. Really? I guess she's only Jewish when she wants to be. Because she told me that she's not really Jewish. So I guess it's only when she chooses to be Jewish. But again, 7 old-time Jews, not one person thought it was offensive. Most people thought it was pretty good writing, actually. But Dayton is 17. That's the difference. I know I had people jump on the fact that, thanks, Sunflower. I had people jump on the fact that, oh my God, Dayton's 17. Dayton has no life experience. He's a 17-year-old kid. And that's why I asked him. And my point is, these people who have life experience and these people who are, in their 30s, 40s, 50s, they're acting like my 17-year-old son. That, to me, speaks volumes. That you have the same mentality as a 17-year-old with 0 life experience. 0. That speaks volumes. If you're in agreement with a 17-year-old, now, believe me, I love my son, and I know he's very mature for his age. But he doesn't have life experience. He doesn't have the, hey, Rosemary, he doesn't have the world knowledge of understanding about different race and religion. And he kind of lived a sheltered life. He lives in Alabama. It's, diverse, but not really. Not like me growing up in New York City. That was extremely diverse. There's no real culture here. So when I heard my son say those things, yes, to him, it's very real. And to him, it makes perfect sense because he's 17. Not even like almost 18. Like he just turned 17. So maybe these people that are all up in arms should seriously wake the fuck up and realize that your mentality is that of a 17-year-old. Even if you want to say he's mature, I would think that people that are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s have lived long enough to know that there was nothing racist about that. So again, if you think like Dayton, then you think like a 17-year-old. Just saying. Thank you, Rock Gem. True Texan with the win. Woohoo! But I don't think it was a good comparison. If someone wrote me a song that said things to make me sound like Jesus, my Savior, I would not accept it. Okay, but that's you. If someone wants to come... All right, hold up. Hold on a second. How many fucking times have people been compared to being on a cross, to being hung on a cross, to being on a cross? Oh, he died for our sins. Oh, he, Jesus gets hung on a cross and this person's been hung on a cross just like Jesus. Happens every day. Every fucking day. I have heard that shit in this community more than once. More than once. That one I thought was a little weird, Marie. Like, why they think she's going to solve something that's going to... Yeah, that's a whole nother realm. That was fucking creepy. Oh, you don't know what the lyrics were? All right, hold on. Oh. Hold on. Oh, I keep putting J is for justice. Every day with J. Hey, Rosemary. All right. So the lyrics are... Boop. Sorry, I have so many windows open. All right. So the lyrics are, it's a cult of counterproductive... This is the chorus of the song. It's a cult of counterproductive panderers and panhandling psychopathics with patsies and pay piggies who lay down just like the pre-1939 Germany antics. Oh, they ostracize, they criticize, but they can't see the truth. That the one they push away might just be the light in the gloom. She might be the path to Sebastian's truth. But you have to like hear the whole song. I know this, Fraud Sense. I know this. You know this. Anyone with a brain knows this. I totally agree with you. I did a whole live on this the other day. I was trying to explain that to my son. So believe me, I'm 100% with you on this. And it scares me. Marie, nobody is comparing it to the Germans. That is not what they're saying. That is not what Jules of Thought was trying to say. It was an analogy. I can't believe how many people take it so literal. It's not to be taken literal. I simply asked my teen sons about dinner, like, how about Chinese food like that? I know. Dude, Dayton does that to me all the time, Sherry. All the time. He's like, Mom, that's racist. I'm like, it's not fucking racist. What are you talking about? Mom, it's racist. You want to see racist, Dayton? I'll show you racist. So, no, Sherry, I totally agree with you. But Marie, that's her opinion. But it's just an analogy. It's a simple analogy. It's not talking about Hitler. Like I told Dayton, this is before World War II. It says before 1939. So it really has nothing to do with the Jews because they're talking about things that happened before the Holocaust. I don't know how to get that through, but then I hear these fucking morons on the other side, and I'm like dumbfounded. I'll be honest, I was listening to Summer Joneson today, playing, I think, Elevated Truth. What a fucking white trash lowlife. I couldn't even believe the shit that I was hearing. And someone that I used to like, too. Fraud Sense, kudos, because I've been screaming about this for days. For days. I did a whole live on this one topic, an entire fucking live the other day on this one comment. Had my 17-year-old son in here. I spoke to him about it. And the only thing that I can come up with for all these people was this.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
That's what I can come up with. But I did. I asked so many Jews. It really has nothing to do with Jews because it was pre-Holocaust. But these people are so uneducated and so want to throw hate that they turn nothing into something. But Marie, you have more of an issue with the Sebastian Truth thing. And I agree with you. I think that's the dumbest line in the whole thing. But that they're not talking. That nobody's making a big deal about. So, Fraud, have you heard the whole song? Because the whole song puts it totally in perspective. And that it has nothing to do with anything. 44 months. Woohoo!
Been a stalking bitch to you for years. See, the thing is, I have a mental disorder which makes me obsess over people. Laura, I've forgotten what the original beef with you was, but here's why I continue to come after you.
Thank you, Aaron, for being a member for 44 months. That's a long time. That's a super long time. Marie, you may not have been around a couple of years ago. Britney's only got like 5 or 6 channels going after her. There was a point in 2019, 2020, I literally had the entire fucking drama community coming after me. I'm talking like 30 fucking channels at once. There are some people here that have been around. They know. I'm not bullshitting you. I think Joy Carter was one of them that's been around that long. Erin, 44 months? She's been around that long. Yeah. Britney's got like 4 or 5 channels going after her and she's crying. At the end of the day, Britney is making money. Or she would shut the fuck up. I have said it. Molly has said it. Other people have said it. The reason why we fought with people in drama, because we made money at it. That's why. When you stop making money at it, it's no fun. Then you're just fucking bitter and you're hateful and you're mad. And you walk around mad all the time. And that's pretty much what happened. But, and then people just grew up and we just stopped fighting. But we continued at it because we made money at it. And that's why MGL always said, if I'm not making money on here, why bother fighting with people? And it's true. It's absolutely true. So nobody can ever fucking change that. I mean, just to fight with people and not make any money on it is stupid. But now you have a new slew of people that are making money on fighting. Exactly. Laura stood by herself and up for herself 10 toes down against 60 people with 10 people on panel. Sure as fuck did. Sunflower, that's all of them. It's every single one of them. From Every Day with Jay to Elevated Truth to I'll be honest with you. I think Jonesin would be in there fighting too, but she'd lose her friends. And that's why she's not doing it. But I believe she would be right in there fighting too if she could. But her friends mean more to her. And she doesn't want to lose her friends. And she would. That's just a personal opinion. But yeah, you fight with people for drama, and that brings money. You get people to feel bad for you, and that brings money. Why do you think Sinner's not going to stop talking about Queen Bee? Because it brings him money. Why is he sticking up for Britney? Because it brings him money. Because Britney is an asshole. And she is everything that people say she is. Period. End of story. She just is. Now, did she kick a cat? No. Do I think she's a drug addict? None of my fucking business if she is or she's not. But at the end of the day, she is a fucking tragedy pimp. She is somebody that's fucking milking Sebastian Rogers. She was all, Molly this, Molly that. I love Molly. She did that for a while, too. And then I guess Molly hasn't fuck up about Betty. But Britney better fucking toughen up, Buttercup. And Sinner, Britney won't be there for your back. Just keep that in mind. There's a reason why she's burned so many people, and she will not have your back. So it's nice that you stick up for her, but she will burn you first chance she gets. Believe that. I know that firsthand. It's all about the donos. And it's not about what's doing right. It's about her making money. Plain and simple. That's why she stays on. That's why she's fucking only talking about drama now. There could be 10 people talking about Melissa Jade. That wouldn't matter. Melissa Jade's still all up in fucking Wade Wilson stuff. And she's making money at it, and she's getting numbers on it, and she ain't gonna fucking talk about drama. She ain't gonna get off her path. Britney wants drama. Granny has always said that Britney enjoys drama. She's in every drama stream. She talks about drama. Her subs have said, don't talk about drama. It doesn't matter. She still wants drama. And now she's like, all drama, I heard. She has changed. Exactly. There was a point I was just about to make. Fuck. The fuck was I just gonna say? I read a comment and I just saw it. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Zab Girl. I had a pretty fucking bad on here. I had 5 CPS calls. I fought with so many people. I was a target of so many people. And I just continued to do my thing. Obviously, it got to me. I did go real life once. But nobody had it as bad as Zav Girl. And I mean that. Even though it wasn't for a long period of time. Now, whether you like Zav Girl, you don't like Zav Girl, the girl hates confrontation. Fucking hates it. She had so many people coming after her. She had news reports coming after her. She had people with millions of subscribers, literally, coming after her. She was probably the most fucking hated girl on the internet. And I stood by her the whole time. And I told people I was standing by her. I think what was happening was disgusting, was ridiculous. And I know what it's like to get bullied. And with CPS calls and everything, I never had it as bad as her because I was never nationally recognized. She legit had news stations. Fucking Brian Anton was talking about her. Yeah, she got heavily railroaded. Heavily. And when you have Brian Anton talk about, and what's her name? Chris Cuomo and Ashley Banfield all talking about you on their channels. Like, if Vinnie Politan was here then, he probably would have spoke about it. Court TV would have spoke about it. And then you have all these people like gamers and people that heard about it and their subs were telling them about it, and it was a game of telephone. What started out as one thing ended up on the news that there was someone selling, pictures of Gannon's naked body. Oh, it got so twisted. And it really upset her. I mean, it hit her hard. And after she took a little break, and after a few months, she came back. She had lost like 20,000 subs. She came back. I think she left. She had like 96,000. And then she was down to like 81 or something like that. And she was really having a hard time coming back. She was having a hard time. And I told her, just do it. People are going to love you. It's going to take time, but just fucking do it. And one day she's like, all right, I'm going to do it. She turned on her mic and she did it. And it was a slow process. It took some time for her to build up. She started talking about a case that she loved. This Paul Ferguson or whatever. It brought her people back and it got her back. And now she hit 110,000, I think. Yeah, she's one of the nicest people I know, Sunflower. She really is. And, but nobody had it harder than she did. But you know what she didn't do? She didn't constantly do drama and address it, which I told her was a big mistake I made. And then it was like too late to ever turn back. But yeah, she never, she made a video. Of course, that video was never good enough. And she had to take a break. But then she came back stronger than ever. She ignored all the bullshit, and that's it. She's been on a path ever since. And like I said, you either love her or you hate her. It doesn't matter. The point is, Brittany you're not strong enough if this is affecting you so badly that you need all these people to protect you. Brittany, you can handle yourself. Stop being a fucking pussy. Handle your shit. And stop hiding behind bullshit. You don't need Sinner to stick up for you. You can handle this. I've seen you do drama. You come from Natasha Cooper's community. Come on now. And anyone that was in Natasha's inner circle can handle themselves. Like, for real. That bitch will put you through boot camp. And I've never been in her circle. And I see what comes out of her circle. That bitch put you through fucking boot camp. He could be a Marine all day. He's still a pussy. Sorry, Senator Jar. He keeps threatening, I'm going to go legal. What are you going legal on? You have nothing to go legal on. I'm embarrassed every time he fucking says it. Because you haven't lost money because of her. You gained money. You don't have a defamation case. Stop. She knows you don't have a defamation case. Stop. I'm literally embarrassed for him. You want to talk about someone and talk about someone and talk about someone, they're going to talk back. And you can't always help what they're going to say. And I am a strong believer in that. If somebody comes after you and comes after you and comes after you and comes after you and comes after you, and then you finally go after them and they go lower than you go, oh, fucking well. You asked for it. You deserved it. They were over there minding their own fucking business. And you just kept pushing that button and pushing that button and pushing that button. Well, finally, they're going to fucking snap, and that's that. Not only is court money, though, but you can't. You just can't go. You can't bring someone for defamation when you're making money. There has to be monetary loss. There's no monetary loss. With Sinner has done nothing but gain money since he started talking about Queen Bee. There is no lawsuit. It's so dumb. That's when, I have to turn him off because it's ludicrous. He sounds stupid. And Queen Bee would never talk about him if he shut the fuck up about her. And I'm not sticking up for her at all. I haven't watched her at all because B-Tim just gets on my nerves. And I could still watch Sinner sometimes, but I can't watch Queen Bee because I can't stand her panel. So I don't know what's going on over there. But the few times that I did watch, the reality is, hold on, Marie, you can't sue for hurt. There's no law against hurting someone. You have to understand how the law works. There is no law, your feelings got hurt. But toughen up, Buttercup. You see, I didn't know about that. I didn't hear about that. But even that, it's not illegal. I know it's gross and it's wrong, but it's not illegal. There's no law against it. Now, if she said he had herpes, there's a law against that one. Don't ever tell someone they have herpes. That's an automatic loss. But the truth is, big deal. Your Fifi's got hurt. Get the fuck over it. You're a man. You're a Marine. Big deal. Do you know how much shit has been said about me? I fucking laugh at them. Okay. You think I'm this? Okay. I get called horseface all the time. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. Say whatever you want. I don't give a shit. Your words, I'll use Savage, for example, because she just said it the other day. I give a fuck what Savage thinks of me. Who gives a fuck? I look at the source it's coming from. She's a fucking redneck moron. I give a fuck what she thinks. You want to call me horseface? I'll take it as a compliment. Queen Bee called me a fat bitch, and Queen Bee, I've been called a pedo. I've been called a lot of things. Who gives a fuck? Look at the source. So, Wispy, the biggest fucking joke on this platform and the biggest wannabe, and I see that my term has now transferred to other places, which is a good thing. I like being the start of something. And Kanuga, I completely disagree. Completely disagree. It was, they didn't say during Nazi. They said before 1939. Before the Nazis. When everything was just trying to come together. So, no. I have plenty of knowledge. But anyway, moving on. So, when I hear, now I lost my, I got to stop looking at chat. I got to be like other creators. Only look at chat if you pay me. Otherwise, I get thrown off. Queen Bee. So if Queen Bee called me a whore, who cares? If Queen Bee called me a husband beater, who cares? If Queen Bee called me a fat ugliest bitch in the whole wide world who sucks his mom, who eats her mom's ass, who cares? Now you're fucking my kids, that's another story. But seriously, who gives a shit? So when, oh my God, Wispy called him a pedo. Who gives a fuck? Look at her. I'm all right. I want you guys to be very proud of me because I almost just said something that I couldn't take back. So I want to hear, Laura, great job on holding your tongue. Where's Crystal? She'd be proud. Seriously, though, I just stopped myself from saying what I was going to say. And you should all be proud of me. I want a motherfucking pat on the back. Because I stopped myself in the heat of the moment. So we're going to refrain. We're going to back up. And we're going to say, sinner, Wispy, who lives in another country, who doesn't even show her face, who's a wannabe, who gives a fuck? Who cares if people in her chat called you pedo? The fuck are you? No. So why does it matter? Yeah, I'm patting myself on my back for that one. I am super proud of myself. Tinker, Crystal, where are you guys? You guys should be very fucking proud of me. In the heat of the moment, I didn't say it. Seeing you guys thought I wasn't maturing. Truth, where are you? You're another one. Should be super proud. I'm not going to get a phone call from the truth going, why the fuck do you say that? You know better than the rest of them. I can't tell you how many of those phone calls I got. So, yeah. Yeah, Desperate Whispers is still desperate. And we'll leave it at that. I mean, I understand initially it might bother you, but why are you so weak? Don't be such a fucking pussy boy. Big deal. Someone called your name. Sticks and stones. If I got mad over every name that was ever said to me, I'd have my fucking head in the ground. Like, literally. I would 100% have my head in the ground.
Yo,
Thank
don't
you,
hit
Marie.
subscribe. I always try to tell them, but they do it every time. I tell them it's a problem, but they acting like it's fine. I'm begging them to stop, but they leave me with a like.
You know who I feel sorry for, K. Kanuga? I feel sorry for people that don't know the difference between an analogy and a comparison. Because there is a difference. They used a simple analogy. I know plenty about history. I know plenty about my Jewish heritage. I was raised in a Jewish home. I know plenty. I'm telling you, Sunflower, I did good. I kept my mouth shut. I didn't say it. Bye-bye. Last time I made a reply video, Wispy, she thinks I'm illiterate German for some reason. She's not. Oh, let me tell you, Zoot, she is by far the dumbest bitch I've ever seen on this platform. She really is dumb. Just, I just cannot believe how fucking dumb she is. I have said that it's one of the reasons I stopped fighting with her, that I just always ignored her because she's just that dumb. The woman has no common sense at all. Zoots, do you want me to play it? What's your channel? Is it Zoots and Boots? Zoots and Boots. Ooh, we got 8-minute video.
100%.
Now, let me also just say, Wispy came after me for months. I ignored her. 100% ignored her, and it didn't matter. She even said, oh, I'm going to talk about Laura because I want to see what it's like to make $1,000 in a month. That she really said that on a live. Like, we had the clip. All right. So Zoots made a video, and we can see how dumb this bitch is. Not Zoots, Wispy. I mean, most of my people know how fucking dumb she is anyway, but boop-a-doop.
Wasn't BJ calling the YouTube drama just banter? But here we are. Exactly. Okay, so I appreciate you guys sitting through that with me. I know it's not easy for a lot of people to listen to this. I heard somebody say something about that there's no survivors. There's no survivors anymore of the Holocaust.
Who said that?
Yeah, bitch, there is. There sure as fuck is.
Could you say who?
You don't think that these people, they're
All right, fair warning. If you have earphones in, it's only coming out of one speaker. When she speaks, it's coming out of both. But when Wispy's talking, it's only coming out of one side. So if you have earphones on, switch ears or something because it's literally only coming out of one.
children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren.
What did you just say? What the frick did you just say?
Who
What
were
did
you?
they say? They said
Who were you
what?
listening to that said
There's
that?
no Holocaust survivors. So why is it?
Have you got a
I'm pretty
receipt?
sure I heard that somewhere along those lines.
Wow. Well, that shows their ignorance.
Right? Exactly.
So you're not sure where it
That's
came
why I
from?
said that there are.
And
There
they
are
wonder why
children.
people get pissed off.
Exactly. We have children. We have grandchildren, great-grandchildren. Those are all survivors. In my opinion, those are all survivors of the Holocaust. So yes, Brenda Jane never wrote that song. No, she didn't. She didn't write it. It was friends of hers that wrote that. I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely.
Okay, let me just say something here. This may not be popular opinion, but as a Jew, I'm going to say it anyway. The Holocaust, horrible, horrible tragic events. But you know what? It has nothing to do with me or my children. It's like people talking about slavery. A lot of blacks I know are like, I wasn't part of it. I didn't know anyone part of it. It's a part of history, yeah. So is George Washington cutting down the tree. I mean, so for people to say, "Oh, your grandchildren are part of it," there were 6 million Jews and like 4 million Christians that were killed. It wasn't just Jews. Everybody thinks it was just Jews. It wasn't. There were a lot of people killed. And it's a part of our history, period. But I don't look at it as, oh my God, my children this, my children. No. It's history just like every other part of history. Just my opinion.
But Brittany played it. She listened to it and she played it and she said that she loved it. It was amazing. And she should have listened to the words. Yes, yeah. And she should have listened to the words. Nobody can tell me that wasn't put in there as a dig to Granny's Watching.
So nobody can tell you.
Nobody's ever probably going to convince me otherwise.
Nobody's going to convince you otherwise that it wasn't written for Granny. Hey, I wrote the lyrics. Jules put the song together. She created the lyrics base as a whole. It's her work. I wrote a comment. Obviously, it's the comment that's getting everyone all, ooh. Well, not everyone. I shouldn't generalize. This is the problem. Generalizations, getting people into trouble. Why not go back towards what was the problem?
So Wispy the moron thinks that that lyric was written as a dig for Granny's Watching. Wispy, nobody was even fucking thinking about Granny's Watching. That I can guarantee.
You're upset with what happened to people pre-1939 Germany? If your understanding is that there's a problem there, that's exactly what was being pointed out, that there is a problem similar to what was happening back then. And nobody will convince you, apparently, that it wasn't written for Granny. That's okay. When somebody listens to a song, they hear the lyrics to themselves, the way that their mind interprets it or however it connects. You're making your connection. You can be educated and told otherwise, but nobody will convince you, you say. That's a you thing again. What else have you got to say about this? How upset are you?
That's what that was.
You think that's
And
what
I really, really think that that's fucking gross.
it would be if it was written towards her. Would it? Really?
You know what, they
Okay,
if
fine.
that's put in there
That's a
as
totally
towards,
different
Granny,
situation.
That may have been their focus. But there's thousands of people in this community. There are thousands of people in this community.
Surviving the survivor's mother is a Holocaust survivor. She's still alive.
Mm.
That comes from Miss Upperthigh in chat.
Yes, I see. I just highlighted it. Thank you, Miss Upperthigh.
I met a Holocaust survivor when I was in junior high, and it leaves an impression on you.
Mm.
She
Being
was an amazing
Jewish
person,
by
but
heritage
the
leaves an
Nazi
impression on you.
Mm-hmm.
Builds up a lot of understanding about things like the pogrom and
It ended up being like a
how
very much
people
core
were
memory.
rescued or looking for ways to try and help each other, try and stop what was going on, but they couldn't. There were things that over
Yeah,
or
and
what
yes,
was
I think
happening
she
to
did say she
them,
was going to put it into her,
propaganda. I just can't explain it to
Okay,
you.
so, yes, thank you. I
You
was
can't be
just gonna ask
told.
if you were in here. Hold on.
Remember?
Because you would be, where did that go? Hold on. Hold on. It's catching up because I had to jump over. With AI,
I don't even know who
this
she is.
something I've heard. Why I would get
She
really
thinks that
understand.
the word Jew had to be added in. It wasn't. Well,
One of the writers is Zeus. Yeah, Zeus in Boots.
Yep.
Is German, and she only knows a small amount of English.
pardon? Okay, so Wispy is either reading the comment or going along with this. In her mind, Zoots in Boots is German and only knows a limited amount of English. I'm not even going to try to linguistically backflip around all of this for you. It would be too laborious for you to even try and look up all of the words, research, find out what the fuck I'm going to mean to you. I mean nothing to you, obviously. You think I haven't said, I don't know, in a lot of places, I'm Australian. Hey, happy koalas, happy kangaroos. I do it quite often. I'm really proud of being Australian. Sets me apart from a lot of people. I wouldn't mind being German. I don't have German heritage. I don't know what great-great-grandfathers and grandmothers might have been up to, maybe, but Czechoslovakian, mixture of like very proud Palestinian, Israeli double passport situation with some relatives. Being Australian,
There's Australian Jews? I didn't know that. Frenchie, I got yelled at by somebody in my comments section. They were like, Quebec can also speak English. It's not just French. And it wasn't you. It was someone else I got yelled at from. I was like, damn, okay. I just thought Quebec was all French. Sue me.
Being German, I'm not American. I've got a very different opinion on things than you do. This is, again, you don't understand the research. You think I don't understand what I've said in the lines that I wrote, and you think that I don't know English very well. Limited amount of English.
I don't know. You sound like you speak pretty good English to me. But does it really? I didn't know that. I mean, I don't know why I didn't know that, but I didn't know that. Good to know.
Wispy, you're a fool, you're a fraud, you're a fake. I hope you get well. Because your obsession with yourself, it's not looking too good.
Well, you gotta be careful. I'm telling you, you gotta be careful.
Do you?
You gotta be careful.
Of what?
You gotta think about, like I just said, maybe they thought that was a dig at Granny.
Maybe they thought. So your mind, wait,
There's a lot of Jews here.
your mind has now thought into what somebody else might thought, but they might not actually have been doing it. Yet you're going to set yourself a path to believe that. Do you even understand your own mind?
Sure. There is a lot of Jewish people here.
I agree with you, Toto.
So being Jewish has something to do with it?
That's not
Does it?
good. It's not good. So,
Like I
anyways,
said in
that's,
somebody else's
I
chat,
don't go way far into that because I know the subject can be touchy for a lot of people.
bit touchy.
But
Go and have a look at some lyrics like Bob Dylan's. There's something fairly strong in what I wrote and what obviously Jules picked up on and what is a mood or a sentiment going around. That's a fairly well wide known thing throughout the world about propaganda, about the way that people are conditioned. I didn't write anything to do with race or religion or that stupid granny's watching idiot that you all don't know whether or not she's your mascot or your masthead to ram into the walls of the sea. You don't know what to do with her, do you? And this is becoming a problem because you can't see the propaganda. You can't understand. It's about politics. Politics happens between people, between parties, between nations, and then things come to an end. If you can't understand, that's why we are not friends.
100%.
Excellent video. But let me let you in on a little secret about her. She's an idiot. Always was an idiot. Always will be an idiot. And she wants so badly to be buddy-buddy with Queen Bee, but Queen Bee doesn't like her either. And just kind of puts up with her. But yeah, she knows that Granny and Bee are friends, so she wants in that inner circle. She's a fucking joke. She always has been a joke. And honestly, she's not even worth your time. I do not give that girl. This is the most I've mentioned her in probably 2 years. No joke. I can't do dumb shits. And she's just too dumb for me. So, there's that. But speaking of dumbasses, let me switch topic for a minute. MGL. Did anyone watch her live today? I could not believe what I was hearing. I'm like, are you really this fucking stupid? Dumbfounded. Absolutely fucking dumbfounded. The girl forgets, or I'd say the woman forgets her own bullshit. I lasted about 9 minutes. It wasn't her that got them fired. She didn't get, it was all Betty that got Don fired. I could not believe it. I was like, is this bitch fucking kidding me? She just thinks that she did nothing wrong. She wasn't happy that he got fired. That's all Betty. It was all Betty that did that. Who dropped you on your fucking head, Molly? It was you. You're the one that did it. Betty was the one that was trying to stop it. I mean, we all watched it. And I just don't know what fucking planet she's living on. I was like, wow. Like, really? Yeah, she bashes Betty and completely washes herself of any of the antics. Meanwhile, it was all her. Betty wouldn't have even been in that case if not for Molly. Betty's not the one that started screaming, "You killed your baby." Betty's not the one. Betty was the least of the issues in that whole ensemble. And again, it was all for money. Not like they gave a shit. Because as soon as the money dried up, they don't talk about her anymore. Why aren't they looking? Why aren't they doing anything? Oh, yeah, because there's no more money. My bad. Now let's move on to who was my next topic? I'm going to get to Elevated Truth last. There was somebody else. Mom. Fuck. I got to write this shit down. Oh, absolutely. I couldn't believe what she was saying. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Queen Bee. So I guess Queen Bee and Betty went back to court today. And I guess Queen Bee got a continuation or something. But Betty asks the judge that she wants a jury trial. What? What the fuck you want a jury trial for? But yeah, she wants a jury trial against Queen Bee. For what, Betty? You can't even get your fucking paperwork right. What kind of bullshit do you want? So that's one thing. No, not Betty. What? Oh, I thought it was Betty. That's what Molly said. Molly said it was Betty. Well, then Molly had it wrong. Yes, she did. I'll play it. She said Queen Bee and Betty went to court. I'm going to play it. I'll show you guys. I'm not fucking crazy. QB Court was her domestic. Well, she said Betty wants a jury trial. I know, right? She said, and I quote, "I heard." Hey, good point. Good fucking point, Amber. Remember the horrible Jewish slur Morbid used against Allie? We even tried to tell GW because she was hanging on his panel. We sent her proof. She still ignored and denied he did it. Amen. Good fucking point. Allie, where are you? 100%. I forgot about that. Where was the fucking outrage against Jews when Morbid did it? When Granny sat on his fucking panel every day. Where was the outrage then? Oh, because it was Morbid, it didn't matter. Right? Where was her Jewish heritage then? Luckily for us, Molly talks about it in the very beginning. So we don't have to listen to too much, if the live is still up. Let's see. I got 13 minutes in before I turned it off. So it's in the first 13 minutes. But even her title is Bullhorn Betty Queen Bee Trial. Hush.
Hey, Kate. Hey, guys. Hi, brown eyed girl. Thank you for being a member. You guys are going to like what I have to say. And in fact, if you could get this video over to Queen Bee, I think she's got a little victory because, listen, I'm not an attorney. I didn't talk to Adrienne about this, but she may have really herself. Bullhorn Betty. Bullhorn Betty just kind of knocked herself into, she just made a really big, huge mistake. I didn't know this until just now. Okay. So apparently, I don't know if you're following it. I don't know too much about it, but Bullhorn Betty is trying to represent herself, okay, against Queen Bee. Not once, but twice has she been denied for this to be dismissed. I think it's absolutely hilarious that she thinks that she's entitled to a jury. Jury people, there's this very sticky slope when you ask for a jury because that is a lengthy, abusive process with the courts.
See, I told you. That's why when I heard people talk about court today, I thought that's what it was about. I gotta let the dogs in. Hold on. But that's why I thought that's what it was about. Hang on. I'll let you watch her while I let the doggies in.
Just asking for one in general automatically makes you look like a dick, okay? Just saying. Especially someone of her stature, which is, at this point, I'm going to say mental. We're not talking about a person who is being slandered and harassed to a point where, this is Bullhorn Betty, to a point where she has or can in the position to be able to say, Queen Bee over here, judge, jury, ruins my life, and she's going to represent herself. It's not going to happen. She ruins my life. Well, how did she ruin your life? Did you get foreclosed on? Well, no. Did you lose your job? No. Did you get your license revoked? No. Did you get a divorce? No. Okay. Well, what exactly are your damages? Oh.
All right, that's about all I can take, Molly. But that's where I got it from. See, I don't watch Toasty. I can't stand Burnt Toast. She's the biggest fucking hypocrite on this platform. Who's also obsessed with Betty. Personally, I don't know why she can't move on, but I'm also surprised she doesn't fucking talk about Britney. I mean, fuck, everyone else is. Oh, I agree, Sandy. And people want to know why Molly talks about Betty. Money. She needed something to come back from. Nobody wanted to hear about Nick. Nobody wanted to hear about her bullshit. Nobody wants to watch her all pilled out, looking like shit, acting like, a fucking Nancy Grace wannabe. Nobody gave a fuck. So she had to come up with something. So she came up with, let's talk about Betty. Do you see how fast she fucking turned on Justin? Exactly. Follow the money. None of these people have fucking integrity. None of them. They will go. Anyone that I mentioned tonight has no fucking integrity. All they want is money. It's fucking pathetic. And now she's like kissing fucking Queen Bee's ass. Like, bitch, stop. Fucking embarrassing. Absolutely fucking embarrassing. So now let's get to elevated truth. By the way, I left the dogs out. It's fucking raining out. They've been out the whole time I was live. Poor doggies. I just wiped them all down. Now they're nice and dry. But they like the rain, so it's a good thing. Winston was in the house. The big dogs were out. What's the matter? Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? Because I left you out? I saw you. Yeah, her ego. She wasn't making it on Kick. Nobody was interested. So, elevated truth and KKK. NJ. Oh, stop. Winston's possessed, by the way. Satan has taken over my dog. He's literally possessed. He talks in tongues now, too. So, I watched, like I said, I was watching Jonesin. She was playing some of Elevated Truth or someone else. I forgot. And they were this fake outrage for the comment. And it was anything to go after Britney. Anything. And then I took a look at all of them. These motherfuckers have to be the biggest white trash I've ever seen. Just look at all of them. From Cluminati to, I don't know what her husband looks like, a boyfriend or whatever. I don't know what Cletus looks like. But from Cluminati to Elevated Truth to Queen Bee to Jay to fucking, well, Granny doesn't look like white trash, but she
Yo, don't hit subscribe. I always try
Thank
to
you,
tell them,
Joy.
but they do it every time. I tell them it's a problem, but they acting like it's fine. I'm begging them to stop, but they leave me with a like.
Thank you, Joy. Woo woo. They're just white trash. There's no way around it. They just are. And they act like white trash, and they look like white trash, and they sound like white trash. I don't know what the fuck happened to this community. There was never this kind of level of trash. You know, like, you cursed a lot was the big one. But every creator pretty much came from a pretty good family. I mean, honestly, we did. Even Savage comes from a good family. Shocker, I know, but she does. And now it's just trash. I mean, I don't even know how else to put it. Just straight white trash. And I think that's why some of us, older folks, I don't mean older in age, I mean older in the community, we're just like, this is not even fucking fun anymore. This is just stupid. These people are clueless. They're trash. They look like trash. They act like trash. They sound like trash. They live like trash. And Jonesin, don't fucking strike me. I can't afford to be out for a week. But I don't know who else she was listening to. Jonesin strikes me for this, I'm coming for her. I know where you live, Jonesin. I'm going to come beat you. I'll send you poisonous candles. I know where you live. I know where your mother lives. I know where your kid's bus stop is. Don't strike me. All right, let me get to where she was playing. Go to Moons. I'll post the link. Who's Moon? Yeah, but I don't know Moon. Moon might strike me. I know where Jones's kid lives. She won't strike me. Oh, she writes, anyone and everyone has my permission to clip, cut, or use my videos to spread awareness. All I ask is that you do not take credit for making them. There you go. I'm going to hold you to that, Jonesin. Now, Jonesin struck me like twice already. I mean, I'm not. It is what it is, but Moon was. I don't know who Moon is. But let me get to the good parts.
Slower than I would present it. Never say that.
That,
do you want to watch him dance? Absolutely. Oh God, if I ever go.
All right, thank
Yo,
you, Criminal
don't
Man.
subscribe. I always try to tell them, but they do it every time. I tell them it's a problem, but they acting like it's fine. I'm begging them to stop, but they leave me with a like.
I'm telling you, I'm very proud of myself. I am so glad that I did not let that fly out of my mouth because I was close. All right. So here we go. Spreading awareness.
Okay, we're stopping it right there. I can't deal with no more with this ignorant ass song. What I will say though that I found interesting is this song was made by Zoots and Boots and allegedly innocent. I love me some Zoots and Boots. I love Zoots and Boots. I can't remember what chat it is. I know she comes in here sometimes, but there's another chat I go into that I talk shit with her all.
Well, it's not mine. Thank you, Ash.
The time. I cannot remember whose chat it is, but whatever. I digress. I found out that she's German. She's actually German. So, I mean, that line could be from her view. I don't know. But regardless, Brittany J did not make the song. So then you got this numbnuts going live with some fake outrage, manufactured drama, talking shit.
I want to talk about a couple things, and then we're going to get into our, kind of our elevated and enlightenment today.
Oh God, if I ever go over to this motherfucker's channel for enlightenment, please stab me in the face. Call me in as a 1096. Get me a 50.
So I just want you to look at this dude. You're like in your 40s, 50s, 30s. You're over the age of 19. Why does behind you look like a 14-year-old meth head? All right, I'll say 18-year-old meth head. This is elevated truth. You have a coffee machine on your desk with, it's just fucking weird. Your desk is disgusting. I have no idea what's this shit behind you. You have some jersey. I mean, this is like totally set up to make it look like you're clean or something. I mean, this is fucking weird. But this is who, and you have a fucking carpet wrapped around your microphone. Like, look at your shirt. Hello? This is who you're going to take serious? Come on.
5150. Please and thank you. I don't need. I mean, the one thing he provides that I enjoy is he knows he is very knowledgeable when it comes to pot, to marijuana. Outside of that, I don't need no religious experience, no addiction counseling. He tries to do all that. No, if you go to him for that, stop it right now.
You couldn't pay me to go to this guy for anything. I don't smoke pot, so Oh, good one, Coco.
And I don't know a whole lot about it. I just happened to see it. So I'm going to look a little bit more into it. I really hope that.
Oh, do you want to watch him dance? Absolutely,
really...
corny motherfucker. Hold on. Does he dance on this one, though? If he don't, I'll go find one where he does.
Bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits. I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet. 'Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks. I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Looking like he got a whole morgue jacket on.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So
You're good, little lolly.
I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah,
I'ma do it my way.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, truth be told, I fucking like his jacket. I mean, you can tell it's a cheap ass jacket, but I like what he did with the podcast and stuff. That's some nice artwork. Just saying, got to give credit where credit's due.
Gentlemen, welcome to a Sunday edition of the Elevator.
Does he dance anymore?
Let's go.
I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent.
Okay, take that back. That fucking jacket is retarded. But, oops, sorry, I shouldn't use that word. But I like that podcast thing. That was cool.
Corny! Long, I am not camera ready. I am, bruh. I came home from work and I still got my nightie on. Oh, my mama is 55 and looks 20 years younger than her. Sorry.
Have you lost your fucking mind? What in the actual fuck is wrong with you?
What's wrong with
Did you
you?
really make or play a song that referenced the things that Granny's watching was doing to you and the things that were happening to you?
Well, let's be honest. They're both liars. They both have done things to each other, and things have been happening to both of them.
Was somehow comparable to the horrendous.
Someone has dentures. Those are dentures. You can tell by the way he's talking. Fake teeth.
History of what the Nazis did to the Jews?
Bruh. I don't see it that way. I think the song was in comparison, trying to use that as an example of like the hate mongering. And
Here's my question. Why are they so fucking offended by it? Tell me. Why is it bother them so much? Not one of them are Jewish. I can guarantee you that one of them, if not all of them, have even denied the Holocaust happened. They are those kind of people. I can see KKK sitting there going, that didn't fucking happen. What the fuck you talking about, bitch? Holocaust didn't happen. It was all fucking propaganda. I can see them getting stoned and talking about it. No joke. But now they want to act like, oh my God, we're so offended.
and the cult-like groups, and it's just like, I understand if you do see it this way. That's my thing. But with him, the problem is he does this whole live thinking that Brittany J made the song.
And let me bring up a really, really good point that Amber brought up before that I completely forgot about because I've done too many drugs in my life and my memory does not remember things. But Granny's watching, the star token Jew around here. She didn't give a fuck when it came to Misery. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't even claim to be Jewish when it came to Misery. And all the Jewish horrible things that motherfucker said. No problem at all. We showed her proof. Didn't matter. No problem at all. Fuck you, Granny, and your fake ass outrage.
Just listen.
Did you really relate your feelings of the things that have been done to you on fucking
Hey,
YouTube
Flo.
as though you were a persecuted Jew? And then you directed the
And what was the line? What was the line with patsies and piggies who laid down just like the pre-1939, which it was actually 1940, but whatever. Pre-1939 German antics. I don't see the, like, he's making it so much more than it actually is. I think that's the problem.
song at a Jew? You're talking
That's
about
my point.
grannies watching who's Jewish.
We're going to be going over that. Exactly, Peg. That's exactly what I'm going over today. That's what this live stream is for. Hey, tiny dancer, dancing for money. She does what you want her to do. She's a tiny dancer for money. That's what it was saying. But again, it was used as a, whatever that word is, Moon says, hyperbole or hyperbole, whatever it is, that comparison. But I digress.
I'm sorry. Say what? No, maybe I heard it wrong.
No, you're
Maybe
good.
I heard it wrong.
Ollie. You're good.
One of my moderators, do me
Hey,
a favor, please, because
Jason.
I didn't have it pulled up. If you could very generously find that video for me and send it.
Can y'all drop, or I know she probably won't, but somebody drop Jason's link because she has been killing it. She's been doing some uploads of Delphi. Y'all got to go watch them.
To the special place so that I can then make sure that I'm not just pushing some falsehood. I want to make sure. I want to make sure that the people understand that a woman.
Wasn't it Zoots and Boots that made the song Yep with Allegedly Innocent? Hey, Sin. I think pre-1939 was the setup to convince them that the Jews needed out of Germany. Yeah, it was like the campaign of it, right? Oh, I love them. I love them chasing. Yes, it was. Okay, so it was a German lady who worked with another creator, Allegedly Innocent. So Zoots and Boots and Allegedly Innocent did this song together. Zoots and Boots is German. That could be where that comparison comes from.
Who claims to be attacked used the ideology of Hitler versus the Jews to describe how she was being treated on a voluntary social media platform.
Yes, because the campaigning of trying to convince them that Jews needed to be exiled, right? That happened pre-1939. Up to, I think it actually started in 1940, right? They started making them move out and started putting them in concentration camps and all of that, 1940 and 1941. Like
Johnson did her research.
The campaign to go after this certain group of people is what it is in reference to, from what I feel. I don't know. I don't know if that's how they meant it, but I do understand some people took it that way. But it was more
An active case right? And don't go out there to try to hurt somebody. Clue, am I right or wrong? Is that not what the two pretty much rules are? Right? Right? So you're a persecuted Jew, Brittany, in a time and age where the Jewish community is fighting.
Brittany J didn't say she was a persecuted Jew. She didn't say she was treated like a persecuted Jew.
Constant persecution, whether you want to agree or not, doesn't matter. And you,
exactly.
You said you were being persecuted like Jews.
That's the point, OG. That's exactly.
Here's my question, though. What the fuck did any of these people have an argument with Brittany about? Nothing. What the fuck are all these people so mad at Brittany about? What has Brittany done to them? I'm going to take a wild guess and say not a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing. All this fake outrage. Oh my God, Brittany this. What the fuck did Brittany do to any of you? The same thing Betty did to all of you. Nothing. Not a fucking thing.
What the point this live is about. We're going to get to it.
Which part of that persecution are you going through, Brittany J? Which part? Is it the gas chambers where men and women, Jewish folks that matter?
Yeah, he's scolding Brittany J for this song that she didn't make. She didn't.
And this is where I disagree with Jonesin. Even if she did make it, even if she wrote her own song. Have you guys seen some of the songs Glera writes about himself? Damn. But even if she did make it, you don't fucking like it, don't listen to it. Like, who gives a fuck? But none of these people did anything. I'm sorry, Brittany did nothing to any of these people. Not behind the scenes, not in front of the scenes. And I haven't spoken to Brittany in like a year, and I could tell you that to be a fact. Like, Brittany wouldn't fuck with these people. Brittany's in her own world. Whatever world that may be in, she's in her own fucking world. She didn't do shit to any of them. But yet, they're scolding her. They're telling her, what's she this? What's she that? Dude, you sound, as Jonesin would say, bro, you sound like a fucking idiot. And this is for you.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
That's for you. But here, Zoots, you're friends with Brittany. Did Brittany do anything to these fucking people? No. Did Brittany even ever have a conversation with these assholes? I'm going to take a hard guess at no. But yet, here they are. They can't shut the fuck up. And they want to say this and say that and say this. Even if she did write a song, none of your fucking business, bro.
You know, present. It's kind of almost like a fan art type of thing. And he's scolding her and continues to go on and possibly trigger and re-traumatize others. That's the problem, the way he talks about it.
That had families in their life. Was it that part where they choked on poisonous gases as they...
Yeah, she's doubling and tripling down as in a comeback kind of way, but she's not, like, she hasn't done anything to these people. She hasn't slept with their father. She hasn't done anything to them. Thank you, Lindsay, because you're smart. So it's frustrating to me that these people act like she's done something so bad to them. She hasn't done shit to them.
They died inside of a concrete box while being told that after months and months of nastiness and dirtiness and mistreatment that they were able to take a shower.
That's right. Just me. I thought the same thing. It's not a race. So it's hard to say racist when it's a culture. It's a religion in a sense. It's not race.
In that shower with their children, they listened as their children screamed in misery before they took their last chemically infested.
Jonesin, just so you know, I used to think the same way, that it's not a race. Technically, it is. Someone on YouTube fought with me about this, and it is part of a race. I didn't know that either. Being a Jew is actually in our blood, and it's not just a religion, which is what I always thought it was. but it's not. It is kind of a race. So it's definitely a religion, but it is in our blood. And again, I just learned this like 2 years ago. No joke.
Breath.
Do y'all really think Brittany J's bright enough to even notice that that's what the song said?
Nope.
I personally, I don't. I don't mean that in a terrible way, but I don't think I don't think she would have even caught on that that's what it said.
I 100% agree.
Yeah, no, if she wants to make it her theme song, that's where there's a problem.
Is it that part of the Hitler Jew connection? Is it that you're feeling? Or is it you feel like a Jew who's being forced at gunpoint and at risk of death themselves to bury their own people, family members, and children in mass graves? Is it that part?
Little history lesson. There were others besides Jews that were killed in the Holocaust, like millions of others. It was 6 million Jews and I think like 4 million everyone else. So it's not just Jews. But people forget that.
It's not an excuse. I'm not saying her ignorance is an excuse. I'm saying she probably I'm just saying. Like I don't think Brittany J is bright enough to even have realized in the first place that that's what the song says. If she realized what the song said and how people felt about it and then said she wants to set.
I want you to look at that.
God, I hope there's no Jewish people listening to this bullshit, or even German people that are against.
Most Jews are Germans. Just saying. I know I'm 50% German.
Against that was a horrible time for them too, the ones that were against it. Like, I hope nobody's listening to this bullshit like that.
I want you to feel that, and I want you to understand that, and then have the audacity to come back.
Yes, he does. That's my point, OG.
Jews did. And I don't care if someone made the song for you. I don't give a fuck. You listened to it before you played it, and then you thought it was funny.
Okay, so he's right here. He's saying, I don't care if someone played it for you. But in a minute, he says that she made it. So which is it, bro? You contradict yourself in every single fucking live you do. You say one thing, and 20, 30 minutes later, you say something completely opposite.
Thought it was funny.
That's why I know you stand for shit. You don't stand on anything, and you're just as confused about the fucking shit you spew as everybody else.
Don't talk about my children. You know how many children died in the fucking Holocaust? You know how many children starved to death in the fucking Holocaust? But I guess if you'd have finished the 8th grade, maybe you'd have known that. I don't know. I don't know what your schooling is, but it would surprise me and shock me if you made it past the 4th.
Pot meat kettle. Pot meat motherfucking kettle.
I don't really care if people like what I'm saying or not saying. This is from me to you. I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. You are disgusting.
Okay, let me just point out some facts here. 6 million Jews were killed during the Holocaust. 5 million others were killed during the Holocaust. 1.5 million children were killed in the Holocaust of both races. Both religions.
Just like when Nana was talking about her husband battling cancer, and because someone you didn't like actually tried to show a little care, a little respect, a little dignity, a little empathy, you want to shout under your breath. Ugh. Oh my God.
How about how Granny faked cancer? Well, we forget about that, right?
Oh, is that what they did? Hold up. What did he just say? Okay, the Nana Dragonfly is a whole nother topic. I know. Can't stand up for her.
Right. Makes sense to me. Makes a lot of sense to me. Oh, Truth, you're being mean and aggressive.
She did say what? She said that it's good that they're prayed for her. Is that what you're talking about? Just me? Listen, she ain't wrong in what she said. That's so good that, man.
I'm a
Snake. Oh, here. No, I agree. I agree, just me. Bitch.
Mouth through the words of your snoring fucking issues. And here's another thing. You know what the Jews didn't have? Pain medicine. You know what else they didn't have? Crutches for their fucking addictions. You know why they didn't have addictions? Because they were prisoners. You know what you're not? A fucking prisoner.
Yeah. I'm praying for you, but Brittany's a piece of shit, so she's not your real friend. Yeah, like get the fuck out of here. She sure is. She's one.
The fullest. And laughed.
Fucking ignorant.
And thought it was
fuck.
funny. Y'all want to talk about Clue because y'all got your fifis in a feeling and took something she said and flipped it all out of context.
And you know what? Let's just be real clear right here. I called Clue out for being a bigot because she is a fucking bigot. Secondly, I found the racist stuff. I absolutely found it, and I shifted it and sent it right over to Chasen. Why? Because I don't know what that struggle was like. I sent it to Chasen. I sent it to Nunya. It's not for me to speak on and call out myself. I wanted them to be able to approach it first because I don't know the struggle. I'm a basic, oh, you slimy little bitch.
Nana runs from you.
Ooh, I'm getting heated. I'm getting heated now. And it ain't even about Brittany J. I don't give a fuck about Brittany J. It's about the hypocrisy. Right here, you heard him just say that everybody got their fifis hurt, and that's why they called Clue out, because they got their fifis hurt and they twisted it. There ain't no twisting what she said, especially when she's confronted on it and she stands on it. 12 toes down, right? 12 toes down. She stood on it. That's the worst fucking part. She stood on her racism and she stood on her bigotry. She does not give a fuck what hurts other people.
100%. I gotta agree with Jones she is dead on that. I didn't stop it because she's right. She's 100% right. He's sitting there saying what Clue said. Oh, well, people got her fifis hurt. What the fuck do you call this, you idiot?
Period. That's why I can't fucks with her. When she showed that side of her and had no fucking remorse whatsoever for how those statements she made may have hurt people, nah, fuck out of here. You're a trash ass bitch.
Even if I'm not a fan of Nana, I don't care. The fact that you give zero shits about her husband's cancer, but then when someone throws you a $5 super chat, you go to praying and laying hands on them.
I don't know who's E.T. Who's E.T.? But I'm not arguing with that either, Fit Clue, because everybody's a hypocrite to an extent. Everybody's a hypocrite to an extent. It's this type of blatant hypocrisy that I just cannot understand. I cannot wrap my head around it.
You false bitch.
His false name. What was his name before this? Truth Not Feelings. He's the one that had to get kicked out of my chat for coming in here and typing that Seth was a pedophile over and over, compared shit to Hitler.
You know, one of those Christians who
I know
think you're
some
better
of y'all
than other
remember
humans
that
because of
shit.
the color of your hair or the race of your skin. Is that what it is?
Oh, Elevated Truth, E.T.
Oh, am I going?
Let me go back and read your comment again, because I
No longer has a fucking thing to say in my world.
Oh, but Clue can
God dang, Jones talks a lot.
have everything to say in your world. You even do fucking parodies surrounding a missing child's it's making danger. So if you feel that way, you need to what's that called? Interacting with
After and light to such a horrendous part of our culture and a part of our history. I don't give a fuck what you do on YouTube. I don't give a fuck what you do on your channels. I don't give a fuck what you spew out of your mouth until
You obviously do, but
Is his live still up? Does anyone know if his live is still up? Jonesin talks too much. No offense to Jonesin. But I just want to hear him without the constant stopping every 10 seconds. Does anyone know if his live is still up? I don't even know his channel. Is it Elevated Truth? Get down. May the history never repeat itself. I agree with that. Hold on. Is this channel Elevated Truth? I know he doesn't give a shit. Oh, he's live. All right. That was from 4 days ago? Hold on.
I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of
Ignore this.
No, it's a different one.
Like you to join me in my granny's has hurt my feelings and on.
All right, this is a different one. I don't think it's still up. Let's see. Oh, no, here it is. I got it.
Even high school.
All right.
You're proud of yourself this morning.
All right, hold on.
Golden, even the negative ones. We were going to review nothing but comments this morning. You know, but then I hopped into a chat and I'm like, you got to be shitting me right now. You had got to be shitting me right now. Like, listen, AI songs are awesome. I play a shit ton of them at the beginning of my life. Now, granted, I write. You just put words in and let them put it together, but that's cool. AI songs are awesome. Right? Like, awesome. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. Just a quick little overview. See, I am a product of rape. Okay? I'm a product of that. An eating, breathing, living product of it. Okay? I am also a victim of rape. Okay? I'm also a victim of being beat to the point of bleeding from all holes in my body. At 2.5 years old, found in a closet unresponsive. That'll just crack into it a little bit. And even with those 3 experiences, you know, parts of my life that you can never get away from, I would never in a million years equate the pain, the tragedy, and the terror that I went through to even be a piece of sand in a sandstorm against that the Jews went through. Not even.
Is he fucking joking? Why all the dramatics? Like, what are you so fucking mad at, dude? That's what I want to know. Like, all bullshit aside, what are you so fucking mad at? What did Britney do to you that made you this fucking angry?
Even a little bit. Not even a granule of sand in a windstorm. So how dare you? And I mean that with everything in my soul. Don't be sorry for me. It's my story.
God damn, that was dramatic.
It's not my ending. My point to this is people have gone through some horrible things in their lives, and never would they equate it to the tragedies of World War II. Never.
Has people been dropped on their fucking head? It wasn't a comparison of the tragedies of World War II. It wasn't a comparison of the Holocaust. I swear these people have been dropped on their fucking heads.
Never. Get right. It's what you need to do. You need to get you a glass of Get Right. All fun and games. I understand the grifting. I understand keeping a channel alive. I understand drama. I understand whether you're manufactured or you're just a victim of it. Cool. All that's cool. And on top of that, you could be.
Dude, you don't think this is manufactured drama? This is complete manufactured drama. I would love to go in his live, I just don't know him, and say, what the fuck did Britney do to you? Zoots and Boots, he'll know you. Tell him to come over here. I want to know what the fuck Britney did to him that made him so mad.
Be the most bullied, whatever else on here, all that's fine. But never would it even begin to equate. It's disgusting. And if you don't want your kids talked about on YouTube anymore, stop using them as every goddamn excuse that you have. Every single one of them. If you don't want them to be mentioned, talked about, or put into this shit, which they should not, stop using them as your excuse. Do what other people do when they have a full-time job. They get childcare, and we saw how much you make on your channel. You can afford some childcare. Or is it disappearing? Asking for a couple 100,000 people. Questions, not stated as facts. Simple observations with questionable interludes.
Dude, you guys wish you got 100,000 people to watch.
I'm just saying, like, if you're going to work a job, like, be on social media, you know, where people are giving you their money that they go to work for, don't you think you could give them some, like, exclusivity of your life? Just wondering. And I don't care.
Hey, why don't you say the same things to Queen Bee? She's always running around doing something. Why don't you say something about her? Oh, it's only Britney. How about Granny? Why don't you say that to Granny? It's only Britney you say that to, right? Because, no offense, but Granny's watching talks about her kids all the time on the internet. At least she used to. She gets gifts for her kids and everything. So I could tell you all about Granny's kids. And why? Because she talks about it online. How come you have no problem with Granny doing it? But when BJ does it, all of a sudden it's a problem. That's the hypocrisy that everybody's talking about. Like, that's why nobody can take these fucking people seriously. And hold on. I don't want anyone to run back to granny back. Rah, 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 rah. I have no problem with my kids on the internet. My kids have been on the internet for years. My subs have watched my kids over the last 9 years. They saw them go from peewees to fucking teenagers. Now one's getting married. So I'm not saying don't talk about your kids on the internet. I am not one of these people that have a major issue with it. But so I don't see anything wrong with Granny doing it. I'm just saying you can't point out Brittany and say, oh, it's so wrong for her, but it's okay for everyone else. No, fuck that.
Care if you cry about this. I don't care if you send your little goons over here. If you send your goons over here, then we know your goons are just as bad as, what did you say? The Germans? Is that what you said? The Germans? Well, you didn't say it. The song said it, implied it. You played it, said it was the greatest, and you wanted to make it your intro. So, in fact, you may not have actually said word for word, but you sure did say you wanted everybody to hear it as your intro, to welcome you to their day. The first thing they hear before they...
I'll be honest, Criminal Med, and I'm not being a dick, but I think her husband is a complete fucking waste of life. The man does nothing. He doesn't work. He doesn't help her. He doesn't take care of the kids. From what I see, the man does nothing. Is a complete loser. Hey, Kim. Just my opinion.
They hear your enlightened words of guidance on a case that you've done absolutely no actual research on yourself, in my humble opinion.
$54 That's fucking amazing. 54 months. Woof. Kim is in for the long haul.
I really am just tired of that fucking woman. I'm sorry, ladies. I apologize.
I'm sorry, dude. Is someone holding a gun to your head to fucking watch her? Don't watch her. If you don't like her, don't watch her. I don't like Clue. I don't watch her. It's that fucking simple. I don't know why it's so hard.
Guys, I am tired of that fucking human. Animal. Because only an...
Let me tell you something, and I am so sick and tired of having to say this on the internet. If you can speak about a woman like that on the internet, then you could speak like that about a woman who you've never even fucking met. I am scared for women in your life. Totally scared. Because if you can disrespect a woman like that on the internet that you never even met, I can't even imagine what you'd be like in person. Wow. I'm sorry, dude. You are the piece of shit. Well, that would be good in theory, Linda, except we've seen him and he doesn't seem very disabled.
Animal would think that those relatives together or those things would be relative together. Only an animal. But I know you're in here watching, BJ. You're always watching, right? Or you got one of your little minions in here watching, which is cool. Maybe they like the show. You know what the difference is besides my normal shows and right now? This right here is not satire. This is real.
Exactly. And you just showed everybody how you treat women and how you speak to women. And personally, I find you fucking vile. And you are with the people that you should be with. And as much as I don't care for Brittany, Brittany is way too good for you.
But I assure you, I appreciate you so much for letting us in on this little glimpse of your mind, because the next time we do a Saturday Night Live, you made it so easy You have no idea how easy you made the next one. And I was going to leave you alone for a while. I told him yesterday, everybody, I was like, listen, we got to.
Has anyone ever been in an abusive relationship? I know some of you have. But to the one Patreon that I'm thinking of, how many times have you heard, oh, I wasn't going to do it, but I'm not, it's your fault that I'm talking to you like this. That's what he reminds me of. This is such a fucking abuser. Like, dude, you think you're so great? You are an abuser. A straight up fucking abuser. Your comment right then and there, I was going to leave you alone for a while. Who gives a fuck? Who are you? You're nobody. You're a fucking lowlife. But you know what I'm saying? That was such an abuser comment. How come nobody's calling that out? How come nobody's fucking saying anything about it? Fucking gross.
Leave, Brittany cries a lot alone, because if we don't, she's going to feel bullied. I was trying to think about you, but now we going to think about you.
Another abusing comment. Let's keep track how many times he shows that he's a true abuser.
We're going to do it in humor, and we're going to do it with such precision that it's going to feel like it cuts you like a razor blade, with humor, because humor is the best medicine to ignorance.
Oh, then I got a whole list that I can make for you, dude.
Am I overreacting, y'all? Like, y'all tell me in the chat, yes or no. Am I overreacting? Am I overthinking this?
No, you're just
maybe I am. Maybe
I'm
I'm just getting a little too carried away, and I should be a little easier. Maybe I misunderstood what she was trying.
Maybe she shouldn't give a fuck what you think, because you're just a loser. Plain and simple. I wouldn't give a... This guy said anything about me, I'd laugh. He's fucking so far beneath me. And he's an abuser, and I got nothing for him. He's a fucking loser. Elevated truth.
To say maybe she was really trying to give us some insight into reality for her. Maybe I'm looking through rose shaded glasses. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Oh, listen, Indy, I agree. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Listen, let me ask you something. I know, Indy, you're not saying that as like taken up for or not taken up for. You're just saying. So let me address it, because I like Indy, so I don't want it to come across the wrong way. If I send you a drawing and it has a pointed hat on it with a pulled down front to it and two little eye holes.
Hey, dude, if I send you a dick pic, are you going to say that it came from my dick? I mean, seriously. She didn't fucking write it. That's the point. You just want a reason to abuse someone.
It has a little red patch over here with 3 alphabetical letters on it. And you then go and put it on your live. And you say, I should have this in my intro. Is there any difference between the person who drew it and the person who shared it with excitement? Is there any difference? I'm just wondering.
For the record, if someone wrote a song about me, I'd be pretty fucking happy. And I would share it, no matter what the word said. Even if it said you're a bitch, I'd still share it. It was a beautiful song.
Like, literally, is there a difference between the person who wrote it and the person who praised it? There's just not.
Talk about ignorance. There's no difference between someone that wrote it and someone that reads it? Really? Okay, so there's no difference between the person that gets art and the person that does the art. There's no difference between someone that murders someone and the person that gets murdered. Do you know how fucking dumb you sound, dude? You sound like a fucking idiot.
There's just not. And I hate to use the mental picture I gave you, but that's the only way that I could equate the ignorance. Let's see. I'd never, however, she claims she hadn't listened to it until her life. But didn't she say afterwards she wanted to make it her intro? So you're telling me that you're listening to music on a live platform that you're not listening beforehand. Hey, bud, sounds like you take the consequences for that. That's your platform. Exactly, Joe. And this is after the Nana thing. Listen, I'm not here to tell people how to live their life. I'm fucked up myself. I've lived a fucked up life. I'm a recovering addict. I'm not perfect. But I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not ever going to equate a battle on social media to pre-1939 Germany. You know? Listen, I'm sure.
Is that all he lives for? I mean, it's not that big of a deal, dude. It's really not.
Sure that there are ways to make this sound and feel a whole lot less important. Right?
You know what I think? I personally think that all of these people feel so bad for what they're doing, and they know that they're abusing, and they know that they're technically bullying. So this kind of makes them feel better. Because, again, I can assure you none of them give two fucks about the Holocaust.
Right? We could twist this 1,000 ways and make it almost sound like it's no big deal. Would y'all agree? You could spin it. You could play the it wasn't her fault. You could say it long enough and convince people, but you know what that's called?
I want to know why he's so fucking offended by it. What are you so offended by, dude? Like, seriously, what bothers you so much? It's fucking bullshit.
It's called white knighting. Now, maybe not on social media. Y'all call that something else. But when you protect and then make excuses for that type of shit. Now, I'm not saying that she couldn't come out and apologize and really mean it. Then you apologize. You see the error of your ways and you don't let it happen again. I'm not beyond thinking that someone can fuck up, right? Someone can make a mistake. But I'm just curious. You couldn't even tell the truth about saying, oh God, when your own friend was going through issues and explaining herself to you, you said it was a tree or whatever the fuck you came up with. I don't know what it was. Something ridiculous. But when that lady sent that $5 and talked about the skin cancer, you were a hoping and a praying and a laying hands on her in the name of the blah, 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 blah. She ain't got no explaining to do to me. I don't want to hear her fucking say shit about it. She ain't got to explain nothing to me because you know what I'm going to hear? Charlie Brown. I mean, listen, and I'm not telling you if you so to flock around people that are like me, I'd want to fight them all the time because I want to fight me all the time. Why the hell wouldn't I want to fight?
I want to fight you too.
The people who think like me? Hell no. So I have to disagree with that point. And a lot of people saying it becomes this term with no fucking base behind it. But if that were the case, people could call me an abundance of names simply because of people that I talk to or associate on social media, either online or offline. Have any of them ever told me I don't have time to tell you something? I don't have time. I think that if a creator is a good creator, whether I like him or not, you should go support him. Just because I have a dislike or a like for a creator in no way means that y'all should like them or that y'all should dislike them. If you happen to like them or dislike them based on how the interaction between me and them go, that's your choice too. But man, think sweet, funny. So if there's any sweet name to it, then it's typically going to have a, giggling, stimulating factor. If it is like a pine taste and smell with clubs and smoke lounges and shit, to understand and respond to the cannabinoid in the body, and in this case it being the CBD form of cannabis, actually do stimulate and grow the brain. Medical bias, and employers cannot show medical bias. They just can't. And if they just don't hire you and don't say anything, that's one thing. But if they make the mistake and say it's because you smoke weed or you partake in weed, that is medical bias. And even in an at-will state.
Oh my God. It's not medical bias in a state that it's illegal. Let's not forget that. And if you have medical marijuana, you're probably not working at a job that requires you to be high all the time.
That is a hell of a case. While that judge just got done doing 2 Crabtree lines in the back. Is he still DA or is he retired? Bus all the way up there. And it's kind of like Elvis Presley's house, but in the middle of the Jamaican back, and go womp, 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 womp. Mind you, I didn't know this. And the guy that went before me did it and literally fell over forward in between the stove and the wall and got stuck. But yes, that is how you're supposed. Wait a second. I always put the hash in my joint, never smoked. Like, no, that's not how you smoke crack either. We're not getting down that road. But hash there's an art to hash, because if you, I knew that I cared about in some form or another, they didn't.
You know why I don't like this guy? He reminds me of fucking Ron. He has the same mannerisms as Ron. I think that's why he gets on my nerves so bad. I'm noticing him more and more when he talks about pot. All right, I've had enough of him. Let's see if he's still alive. Nah, his live's over. I was going to go in there, but it's over. That's all he does is rage on Brittany J. Let's look at his channel. It's probably all about Brittany. Token Tuesday, Sunday. Granny. Oh, that's another thing. Just reminded me of it. Do you guys hear about this plane crash last night? I saw so many titles. Oh my God, Vince Neil from Motley Crue's plane. He wasn't on it. Why does it fucking matter whose plane it was? Like, everyone put him in the title. Like, hello, he wasn't on the plane. Thank God. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there was another plane crash last night. The plane was landing, and it hit into a parked plane, and the pilot died and somebody else died. So everyone's making this huge deal that it was, oh my God, Vince Neil, Motley Crue, was his plane. So I looked it up immediately to see if it was him, because I was going to go live at like 3 o'clock in the morning when I saw it. But no, it was just his plane, but he wasn't on it. So it was like, who cares who owns it? He wasn't on it. He didn't die. And that's all that matters. There was one last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now I forgot. And it's only 10 o'clock. It feels so young. It feels so early. I forgot. All right. I'm going to get off, get back to the website. If you go on it, you'll see there's some changes being made. People that have orders out that ordered before 4 days ago are going out tomorrow. So this wax takes a little while to cure. That's why it's taking so long. So my apologies. I can't wait for this wax to be gone so I can order my real wax again. But I mean, it's still good wax, but it's not as, it just takes, it's soy, so it takes longer to cure. So that's why it's been a week. Yeah, it's stupid. Like, it was just people that had us playing. You definitely should. Just don't mind. There's a couple of things on there that looks a little weird because I'm in the process of changing out some pictures. So just bear with me. So you're going to see, like, you'll see some changes, but, and renaming some stuff and, Sly Angel, I was going to say First Angel. Sly Angel wanted me to add back this candle that she had. She's like, this is amazing. It's actually Baccarat 340. It's a candle version. So, yes. Make sure you order some candle. Metaphysical is when I used to use a lot of crystals and stuff. That's what metaphysical is. I still use crystals. I mean, it's not like I stopped using them. But, yeah, candles are a-changing. We got some pictures, and it's going to take, a couple days. Yeah, that's Baccarat. Or 540. I don't know why I said 340. 540. I did add it back on the website. I did that last night. It's in a winter collection. But once I get all the pictures done and the website done, I will do another sale. I'm going to have to do a sale. I need to make some sales, but I'm trying to get the website finished. I mean, there's not a lot to do. It's just pictures. Hey, Tony. It's just pictures, and pictures are a fucking pain in the ass. But it's better than having to redo everything. So, and I'm redesigning it and just a couple things. So just bear with it if you look at it and you're like, this looks a little out of place because I'm in the process. I'm like a quarter way done. So, all right. I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. And I didn't go live last night, so I'm like, all right, I got to go live. So thank you guys for the super chats, PayPals, Cash Apps, and memberships, and all the love. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And again, the membership link is on the community post. So if you're a member, go there. I'll be by my computer. So if you go on there tonight, I'll see the notification. So go up there. Joy, I'm also doing oils again. That's going to go on the website. So just a couple things. Hey, Kaz. So thank you guys, and I will see you all later. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, and be good to each other. I feel like Jerry Springer. Be good to each other. Be nice to each other. Dayton's taking the car to school tomorrow. Yay. So, all right. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Peace.